Welcome to the second episode of the Effective Leader series. In this episode, we're going to talk about how to balance the leadership barbell. Now, what is the leadership barbell? That is something that we had discussed in the first video. What you need to know right now from that video is the leadership barbell has the autocratic style of leadership on one end and the democratic style of leadership on the other end. Now, if you need to be an effective leader, you cannot tilt too much to one side, and nor can you try to equally balance both sides. Now, how can you do that? Let us talk in this episode. You see, when the first industrial revolution happened somewhere in the 1700s, so the bosses or the managers had to ask their team members to do certain things in certain ways. Now, if 250 years after the first industrial revolution, now that we are in a knowledge economy, in the information age, I still see a lot of leaders asking their teams to do certain things in certain ways. The industry has gone through multiple cycles of revolution. The style of leadership and management has not evolved as fast to keep up with that change. So what am I proposing here to you as a leader is that if you keep delegating tasks to your team, two things will happen. Number one, the natural creativity will never come to surface. And number two, your most high potential team members will not feel like working there because they know that all they're doing is towing a line rather than being able to make an impact at the workplace. The style of delegation needs to evolve from delegating tasks to being a mentor, to being a facilitator, to becoming a guru. And when I say that, my mind goes back to one of these shlokas that I had read when I was in school. Guru kumhar shish kumbh hai, gadi gadi kaade khot, antar haath sahar de. बाहर बाहे चोट कबीरा बाहर बाहे चोट. Now, what does this mean? You see, how does a potter design a pot? He has this firm and supportive hand inside as he's spinning the pot which is being made, and he keeps on hitting the pot from the outside. The inner hand supports the pot's creativity, and the outer hand toughens the pot to make it the final product. So your style of delegation and leadership needs to evolve to have that balance of the supportive hand to enhance creativity and the tough hand to make sure that the final product is shipped and done. The second thing is sometimes you need to create that balance of collecting opinion and using creativity versus using your wisdom and experience to take an executive decision. In the last video, I talked about Operation Overlord. I talked to you about the side of things from Adolf Hitler. Let me talk to you about the side of things from the Allied powers. Now, the Allied powers had been planning this operation since months, and it was key that the surprise element of the attack remains. However, on the day that the Allied powers were supposed to storm the coasts of France to begin their liberation from the German powers, the weather was extremely bad. A bad weather means planes cannot fly. Even if they can fly, they will not have the visibility on the ground. And so there was this huge debate that was going on amongst the Allied powers of whether or not they should go and do that attack. And once General Eisenhower, who was the commander-in-chief for that operation, had heard every general, had listened to their point of view, he finally got up from his seat and said, "Let's go." And so he took that executive decision and made sure that they go through, and within a few months, the World War II had come to an end. So what did you as a leader reflect on while you were listening to this episode? I will keep putting in more episodes to help you understand how you can become a more effective leader. If you have a question or if you need to work with me, my credentials and contact details are in the description below. Let me know. I'll see you in the next episode.